Do you know how cringe it is for me to make these videos? But I think someone has to make them because you don't get this information from the mainstream media, from the teachers, probably even from your parents. And it's very problematic because if men don't know these things, how can they pass this information down to their children? So I'm going to do my best to explain some common sense, common life activities, and today we're going to be discussing by what the Americans like to say, the friend zone. So there's this viral video on TikTok showing this lady, which apparently is left by her gym bro. I assume it's due to the fact that she didn't reciprocate romantic feelings for him, right? And you have a lot of people in the comment section attacking the man, but none of the people in the comment section are pointing out that this is very likely fake. I mean, I can't show you what's below because it's YouTube and they have algorithms, but she literally lifted up her long shirt so that people can see her plump ass. And the fact that she manages to catch the exact moment that her gym bro is leaving her leads me to assume that as a TikToker, which is interested in clout, as an e-celeb, which wants the video to be shared, this is a bit. However, it is a bit because it is a cultural thing, right? Like not wanting to be in the friend zone. I have seen this on many forums and places. Is considered evil. Like the very fact that the moment a woman isn't interested in you, you cut off all communication is considered that well, you're an evil person because you only wanted sex or whatever, right? So it's a very feminist-centric point of view. When in reality, single women do not have guy friends, okay? Like, you need to understand this. Single women have suitors. And this isn't about the fact that the men just want to have sex with the women, although that may happen in some cases. The reality is that the way the male brain is hardwired is that if he enjoys hanging out with a woman, he's going to develop romantic feelings for her. In most cases. And I know this not just from my own experience, but every man has guy friends, myself included, and we talk. There's no reason to lie. Like, this is how it works, okay? I don't have a doctor in a lab coat, but it is the case. The more you hang out with a girl, the more likely you are that you're going to develop romantic feelings. Women know this as well. Like if you have a guy that you like, let's say a boyfriend that you have been in a relationship with for a long time, or a husband, would you allow him to spend a lot of time with another woman unsupervised? Would you allow him to talk with another woman nonstop on the social media? Would you allow him to go to another woman's house and help her with things? You probably wouldn't. And I have been with many girlfriends, some of them more open-minded than others, but even the ones that are incredibly open-minded, like the moment they would see that I would spend more time with another woman, even if it was a colleague, right? Like, if I were to go out just with her alone at a nights out or anything like that, like, eventually she would start getting jealous. And this is normal and healthy, by the way. Like, you should be jealous. If you're a woman and your boyfriend or your husband is spending a ridiculous amount of time with another girl, yeah, you should be jealous, especially if you're not in the picture. Okay? Because women know this. Like, they know that if a man spends time with another girl, he is going to eventually develop romantic feelings. But for some reason, we have to pretend that's not the case. For some reason, we have to pretend that the friend zone is okay. It's not. Okay? Men who put up with the friend zone have no self-esteem. Because once they develop those romantic feelings, which inevitably happen, they have to suppress them. And to suppress those romantic feelings is very painful. Which means that the correct solution when you develop romantic feelings for a person that doesn't reciprocate is to stop interacting with that person, right? Because you should prioritize your well-being first. If you don't prioritize your well-being first, no one else is going to. So the men that are willing to suppress their romantic feelings, experience the pain in exchange for a body that probably doesn't even like them that much, is not a good trade-off. And they don't have self-respect. Because again, like, if you have romantic feelings for a person, you're going to be willing to go the extra mile. But if the person doesn't have romantic feelings for you and considers you just a buddy, they're not going to go the extra mile, right? So the best advice that I have for men which find themselves in the friend zone is to move on. Plenty of fish in the sea. And I know, like, even if you're a virgin and you don't have a lot of options and women don't like you, like, trust me, going for another person is more likely that your romantic feelings are going to be fulfilled than insisting with a person that doesn't reciprocate. Now, this is for men, right? But, like, women have their own issues as well. Like, women do not understand the friend zone because they do not get into the friend zone, right? Women have a different issue. Women, most of them, cannot have sex without developing romantic feelings. Men can. Like, I have seen a lot of men, myself included, you can have sex with a woman one night, and then the next morning you completely forget about it, right? So, like, men have a different way of experiencing sexuality. Again, not all of them, most of them. There are outliers, there are exceptions, that's fine. But, like, in general, men have a different way of experiencing these emotions. Women, not so much. Like, women do get very attached and emotional with people they have sex with, right? And because of this, women do not get into the friend zone, but they can end up liking a guy. The guy wants to have sex with them, but doesn't want to have a relationship, right? So now the woman develops romantic feelings. And it's very painful for her. It's the same situation where she is going to think that if she keeps having sex with the man, eventually he's going to like her. Eventually he's going to introduce her to his friends. Eventually he's going to ask her to be his girlfriend. But that doesn't happen. What does happen is that the man will just have sex with her, and then he's going to call his other girlfriends and is going to talk with the other women that he knows. And he's going to keep on with his life, completely ignoring that the girl is even there. So my advice to these women is just stop talking with that guy. Like, you're never going to be his significant other. You're never going to be his girlfriend. You're never going to be introduced to his friends. Just move on. Plenty of fish in the sea. What I find interesting is that giving this advice to women who are in the exact same problem, which is just a little bit different, but it's literally the same problem, like they develop romantic feelings for someone who doesn't want to reciprocate, giving this advice to women is considered socially acceptable. Giving the same advice to men is considered socially unacceptable. And this is a huge issue because culture is trying to tell us that men and women are there to compete with each other, when in reality they are there to complete each other. When a man suffers, he is someone's son, he is someone's brother, he is someone's father, he is someone's potential husband. Like, the type of men we have in society are the type of men that women are going to end up dating with. So, why would you want men to suffer is beyond me, because when they suffer, women suffer as well. There is no like, well, this is the women camp, this is the men camp. So it's important for men to understand that the friend zone is unhealthy, and you're not going to have this into an anime or a romantic comedy or whatever bullshit you see on television, like the TV show Friends, How I Met Your Mother, Big Bang Theory. Like, if you just pursue a woman, she's not going to eventually go like, oh wow, he was there the whole time, I was so she knows. Like, she is very aware. And because you don't respect yourself, she's not going to respect you as well. And the same thing is true for women. Like, if you like a guy a lot and he is willing to have sex with you, but refuses to introduce you to his circle of friends, refuses to update his social media account to the point where he will say that he's in a relationship, refuses to put pictures with you, that is not a guy you're going to end up becoming his girlfriend. He's probably seeing another girl. Like, accept the harsh reality. I'm sorry to say it is true. Like, as a guy, I'm telling you this is 100% correct. He's dating other girls. Unironic. Or he already has like other girls lined up, and he doesn't consider you a priority. And if a man doesn't consider you a priority, he doesn't respect you. And again, it's the same thing. Like, if he doesn't respect you, how can you possibly desire to be in a relationship with him? Anyway, right, that's my take. I will see you guys in the comment section. Let me know what you think.